to Chanhassen High School, where tonight our Chanhassen Storm will be taking on the St. Louis Park Orioles. This evening's soccer match is being played under the rules and policies of the Minnesota State High School League. We ask that all players, parents, fans, and officials demonstrate their best sportsmanship at all times. To keep everyone safe this evening, Eastern Carver County Schools would like to remind you to please social distance as much as you can. Mask up when moving about the stadium, and please continue to support our student athletes in a positive manner. Together, let's build a tradition of excellence. And now for the starting lineup for the St. Louis Park Orioles. In the nets, keeper, Captain Sofia Romero. At midfield, Captain Dare Creighton. At midfield, Captain Alma Beaton. At defense, number 14, Ryan Rasmussen. At midfield, number 18, Olivia Brown. At forward, number 19, Paloma da Silva Acosta. At midfield, number 22, Captain Elena Franklin. At forward, number 23, Vesna Dennison. At midfield, number 26, Zio Leon Vega. At defense, number 34, Jamie Enright. And at forward, number 44, Hannah Y. Wilsey. Now the starting lineup for your Chanhassen Storm. In the net tonight, goalkeeper Jesse Moss. At defense, number 3, Elizabeth Garibay. At midfield, number 6, Annika Sather. At midfield, number 7, Captain Leah Naples. At defense, number 8, Molly Puffett. At defense, Captain number 9, Taryn Gellner. At midfield, number 10, Grace Fogarty. At forward, number 11, Captain Colleen Westerhouse. At defense, number 15, Edie Hammond. At midfield, number 16, Kennedy Bell. And in midfield, number 20, Haley Von Rensall. The head coach for your Storm is Katie Clark. The assistant coach is Molly Samuelson. Your student manager is Caitlin Roberts. The national anthem was played prior to our first game this evening, so good luck to both teams, and let's get the game underway.
Hi, Storm fans. Welcome to tonight's game. Your Chan Storm girls varsity soccer team playing the St. Louis Park Orioles. The Chanhassen Storm are third in the conference in Metro West right now with a 3-2 record. St. Louis Park comes in with a 1-3 record. And let's get ready to play some soccer. The Orioles start with the ball. Edie Hammond immediately knocks the ball back to Jesse Moss. The Storm take their shape. They start the game in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Turnover in the midfield. The Orioles in possession. Taryn Gellner with the interception. And the Storm concede a throw-in. Leah Naples steps in and wins the ball. And the Storm look to break out. Again, Elizabeth Garrity plays back to Jesse Moss. The Orioles on the front foot right now against the Storm. And another throw-in conceded to St. Louis Park. Colleen Westerhouse defending. Kennedy Bell in possession for the Storm. Annika Saylor looks to play long up to Grace Fogarty. The Orioles win a free kick.
Storm foul, that's an Oriole free kick.
Right now St. Louis Park, as I said, on the front foot. Leah Naples stepping in on the play there. And another throw-in conceded by the Storm. Again, as I mentioned, St. Louis Park comes into the game with a 1-3-1 record. They've got 4 points in the conference on 5 games. Your Storm are 3-2 and unfortunately on a 2-game losing streak, looking to fix things here against the Orioles tonight. And Haley Von Renzel wins the ball in the midfield. And the counterattack is on. Haley plays a good through ball to Taryn Gellner. Kennedy Bell, the Storm still in possession. The Orioles play long. Jessie Moss off her line. Plays a good ball forward. Haley Von Renzel in possession for the Storm. Grace Fogarty with good possession in the midfield. Finds Von Renzel wide. Gellner with the overlapping run. Storm can't quite connect. Press is still on. Gellner crosses the ball. It'll be a goal kick for St. Louis Park. Your Storm, again, third place in the Metro West Conference with a 3-2 record. They got off to a great start, 3 wins in a row before a 1-goal loss to Benilde. And they lost to Cooper, Robbinsdale Cooper, 2 nights ago, 3-1 after beating them 6-0 in the opening game of the season. Edie Hammond steps in, intercept that goal kick. And Grace Fogarty with possession on the ball. Leah Naples wins. Taryn Gellner plays to Von Renzel. Haley with the turn. Haley plays a through ball. Kennedy Bell looks to press. Good defending by the Orioles. They let that ball run for a goal kick. 5 minutes gone in the first half, no score.
It's an Oriole goal kick.
St. Louis Clark plays short. It's a good press by Taryn Gellner from her fullback position, but the Orioles retain possession in midfield. Long ball played forward. Colleen Westerhouse defending. And that shot, an easy task for Jesse Moss. Moss plays long. Kennedy Bell looks to win the ball. Westerhouse steps. The Storm look to get their shape defensively. Kennedy Bell pressing high. Annika Sather pressing high as well on the ball. Westerhouse again, the press is on and they win the ball. Colleen sends a shot towards the goal. That's a great press by the Storm. Beld and Sather win the ball. Colleen Westerhouse with the step. The Orioles not able to get the ball out of the back. The Storm working to press well. Let's see if we can do it again. Beld again looking to press. This time the Orioles get the ball out of the back. Naples on the ball in the middle. Again, Von Renzel pressuring. Edie Hammond stepping forward to win there. And Molly Puffett on the ball now. Puffett missed the game against Robbinsdale Cooper 2 nights ago with an injury. She's back in the starting lineup tonight. Molly Puffett wins the ball. Coach Clark asking for possession from the team. Looking to get the ball on the ground and playing. Throw into the Storm. Again, the two center back pairing, Elizabeth Garrity and Molly Puffett, both juniors. The wingbacks are Colleen Westerhouse, who will take the throw for the Storm, and Taryn Gellner. Both the wingbacks look to get forward for the Storm into the attack. Westerhouse actually leads the team in scoring with 4 goals on the season. Long throw forward. Sather attempts to track it down, and she can't quite get there. It's a goal kick for the Orioles. This is better from the Storm now.
That's an Oriole goal kick.
Again, Beld is the point of attack on the Storm press. And a great header. Good win by Grace Fogarty in the midfield on that 50-50 ball. Colleen Westerhouse pressing forward. Storm attempting to pin the Orioles on their side of the field. And they win possession back. Throw into the Storm. The Metro West Conference right now has Chaska on top on 15 points. They've got 5 wins and a loss. They've got a game in hand to Benilde St. Margaret's, who's 3-0 right now. It's another throw in to the Storm. Westerhouse to take. Fogarty attempts to flick that ball on. She wins the header out. The Orioles with a dangerous ball forward. Kennedy Bell with an opportunity for the Storm, and it's a great save by the Orioles goalkeeper. It's the best chance of the game so far, folks. Haley Von Renzel pressing there. The ball fell nicely to Kennedy Bell. Good turn, great save by the keeper. Taryn Gellner.
Storm corner kick.
Taryn Gellner comes forward from her fullback position to take the corner kick. We'll see if the Storm can capitalize. First corner of the game for either team. Oh, it's a good ball in. Leah Naples with the header. Von Renzel on the ball, keeping possession. Fogarty on the ball now. And the Orioles concede another throw in deep in their own defensive third of the field. Again, Beld in the right place at the right time. Off of that defensive work from Von Renzel leads to a great scoring opportunity. Orioles get a little relief with that clear, but Naples gets the ball back into play to Sather. Colleen Westerhouse on the ball, attempting to feed Beld. Sather looking to cover, and the Orioles are on the counter now. Edie Hammond steps in. The throw's conceded to the Orioles, but it slows down the counterattack, and the Storm can get their shape back defensively. Leah Naples and Edie Hammond occupy the defensive midfield section of the field. Grace Fogarty is playing the 10 right now with Kennedy Beld ahead of her as the 9. Annika Sather and Haley Von Renzel are playing attacking wings. The Storm get the ball back. You'd have to say the momentum turned from the first couple minutes of the game. The Storm have had the upper hand. Again, Kennedy Beld on the ball. Now Fogarty. Grace with great possession in the midfield, attempts to play a through ball to Beld, and calls the Oriole keeper into action once again.
It's an Orioles goal kick.
This time St. Louis Park goes long out of the back. And the counter's on. And it's a great save. Good. That's the Orioles' best effort of the game. Counterattack one way. The counterattack is back the other way with Fogarty in possession. And the Oriole defense snuffs it out and concede the throw in. But you have to say a great opportunity for St. Louis Park at the opposite end. Jessie Moss makes a fantastic save to equal out the save that her counterpart
for the Storm, number 2,
at the other end of the
Beverly.
field made just a moment ago.
And number 13, Hudson Steer.
Two substitutions for the Storm. Beld and Sather get breathers. Hudson Steer takes a spot at the attacking wing midfield position, and Emma Beverly takes a spot on the other side. Haley Von Renzel moves into the 10, and Grace Fogarty steps forward to play striker for the Storm now. Long ball through, one away by Molly Puffett. Hudson Steer taking position on the attacking wing midfield, a position that her older sister played graduating just a year ago. There's a good sibling connection with this Storm team. Colleen Westerhouse's older sisters have played in the Storm program for a number of years. Colleen is the youngest of a large family. It'll be odd not having a Westerhouse in the Chan Storm girls soccer program in the years to come, as Westerhouse is a senior captain this year. Again, Taryn Gellner stepping forward to win the ball. And once again, the Orioles win the turnover and are pressing with the counter. Storm do a good job to make them play backwards. And Hudson Steer gets on the ball. Leah Naples now with the turnover, attempting to lead the counterattack.
Look for a bridge. Look for a bridge. Push it past them.
Taryn Gellner doing a good job not letting her opponent turn Emma Beverly with her first opportunity on the ball now. Plays a nice pass, wins it. Haley Von Renzel pressing forward for the Storm now. Colleen Westerhouse again pressing from her fullback position. Looks to play the ball forward. Steer on the ball now. Leah Naples now attempts to get a shot from distance.
It's an Oriole goal kick.
And the Storm look to regroup defensively. Again, long out of the back from the Oriole keeper. Orioles in possession now. Westerhouse with the win. It'll be an Oriole throw in at midfield. The Storm win a free kick. Naples defending, draws the foul there. Or excuse me, a foul throw, I'm sorry. Elizabeth Garrity defending on the play. And it's a Storm turnover. There's a good shot by the Orioles. That effort sails over the crossbar, but it was a good turn.
It's a Storm goal kick.
Moss watched that go over the crossbar. She'll now take the Storm goal kick. The Storm plays short out of the back. Garrity on the ball now. Attempts to play long. The Storm win the ball back in the midfield. Emma Beverly with the effort. Molly Puffett with a great header. Orioles still in possession in the midfield. Leah Naples on the tackle.
Go, 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 go!
A little confusion there by the Storm. And the referee is going to give an indirect free kick to the Orioles. He's having judged that Garrity passed the ball back. I think the referee got that one right. Miscommunication by the Storm in the back. It'll be an indirect free kick for the Orioles. This to be taken right at the 18. Hopefully the Storm is ready to attack. Moss will have to be on the ready here nonetheless. This is a good opportunity for St. Louis Park. Moss going to get another look at her wall.
Send in all directions! Hey, let's go to your right. That's 10, that's girl. Count it.
Storm have unfortunately conceded on set plays this year. Let's hope this isn't one of them. And that's great defending. Haley Von Renzel steps forward. And Grace Fogarty in possession. That's going to be a drop ball to the Storm. New rules. When the ball knocks off the referee and the other team gains possession after the prior team was in clear possession, the referee will give the ball via drop kick back to the team who were prior in possession. Leah Naples going forward on an overlap down the middle of the field. Haley Von Renzel plays it to Emma Beverly's feet. And the Storm look to regroup a little bit. A good Oriole counterattack the last several minutes. Leah Naples wins a head ball after that throw-in. Plays the ball to the middle of the field to Fogarty. Emma Beverly on the ball now. Storm want to get that ball on the ground and keep possession. The Orioles again play it long. It's been effective for them. Molly Puffett does a nice job to intercept that ball. Leah Naples on the ball. Edie Hammond. It'll be a free kick to the Orioles, handball.
Storm foul, it's an Orioles free kick.
Yeah, and I think the referee got that right. This time Fogarty drops back from her striker position. All 11 players for the Storm now behind the ball. Again, another opportunity for the Orioles.
It's a Storm goal kick.
Substitutions, the first of the game for St. Louis Park. And coming into the game for the Storm, substitution for Grace Fogarty.
Stepping in for the Storm, number 5, Dion Rakaramala.
The Storm welcome back Dion Rakamalata. Dion's been injured since the first game of the year. We hope she can help the Storm keep their offensive surge going right now. The Storm this season have already scored more goals, 14, than they had all last year. The referee having a conversation with the Storm sideline. Not sure what that's about. We'd love to see the Storm get Dion involved right away. Again, this is their first action in the last couple of weeks. Westerhouse wins the header. And now Haley Von Renzel wins the ball. Storm on the counterattack. And turnover back to the Orioles. They give it right back. Garrity wins the ball, sends the ball forward. It'll be a St. Louis Park throw-in. You'd have to say it's been pretty back and forth so far. Some natural ebbs and flows in the game. Good scoring opportunities for both teams. Leah Naples wins the ball. Emma Beverly draws a foul. This will be a free kick in a dangerous part of the field for the Storm. Gellner to take the free kick. Grace Reichert and Kennedy Beld warming up for the Storm now. Haley Von Renzel still in possession of that free kick. Attempts to center the ball near post, no one making the run. Westerhouse with plenty of time, brings the ball down. Plays to Steer. They attempt the 1-2. Westerhouse still wins the ball. Plays Hudson Steer forward. Good turn by St. Louis Park defender. Just a little bit too much. Gives that Westerhouse the opportunity to win it back. Von Renzel on the ball again. Nice job keeping possession there by Haley. And it's a goal kick. Subs now for the Storm. As I mentioned, Grace Reichert makes her first appearance in the game, subbing in for Hudson Steer. And Kennedy Beld returns to the game, this time playing in an attacking midfield position out on the wing. Dion still playing the number 9. She goes to press. And Grace Reichert gets involved right away on the press. Here's Reichert on the wing. Again, one back by St. Louis Park. Westerhouse tracking back, but St. Louis Park still in possession, and they concede the throw to the Storm. Westerhouse to throw it in. Reichert on the ball. And given right back to the Orioles. Leah Naples, good 1-2s by the central midfielders. Naples to Hammond, to Von Renzel in that case. And now Westerhouse still in possession. Reichert with an opportunity on the ball. Attempts to play through to Dion, but nothing doing. Leah Naples wins possession back in the midfield. Still on the ball, the Orioles take it the other way on the counter. Molly Puffett with a great step to win the ball back from her central defender's position. And again, Naples steps forward in the midfield. Taryn Gellner steps forward, wins the ball. Now Beld. Kennedy Beld with a good turn. Good ball into Dion, attempts to flick forward to the wingback Gellner, who's still forward from her defensive position. Can't quite connect. But Dion pressing still from her number 9 position. She wins the ball. Dion with a great near post cross. Very unlucky. The central defense from the Orioles attempted to clear that ball, and Gellner was pressing forward again. Almost got a lucky bounce.
It's an Orioles goal kick.
You can see the strategy from the Storm, getting their wingbacks, both Westerhouse and Gellner, playing forward as much as possible. Supported by Leah Naples in that defensive midfield spot, and the 2 central defenders, Molly Puffett and Elizabeth Garraby. Again, the Orioles attempt to play short out of the back, and they give the ball right back to the Storm. Gellner with the throw. Here's Dion. It's good control by St. Louis Park, but Edie Hammond steps forward to win the ball. Coach Clark giving some instructions to Annika Sather, who looks to enter the game here shortly. Again, some miscommunication defensively for the Storm leads to another turnover. Gellner with a great block. I think a key block on that shot. I don't think defenders are credited enough for blocking shots like that, or even stepping up and blocking through balls like that, as Garraby did in that case. St. Louis Park still in possession. That's a great step by Taryn Gellner to win that ball. Edie Hammond now on the ball. And a bit unlucky giving the ball back to St. Louis Park. Substitutions for both teams.
Subbing in for the Storm,
replaces Von
6,
Renzel.
Annika Sather.
Sather's going to move to the wing, and looks like Kennedy Bell is going to move to the 10 position in the middle of the field. Playing in front of Naples and Hammond in the central midfield. Grace Reichert on the ball now. Grace Reichert pressing, wins it, plays to Dion. Dion with a turn, gets a shot off at the 18. That's good defending by St. Louis Park. The central defender gave Dion very little opportunity to get anything on that shot. Muscled her a little bit, and the Orioles play short to bring it out of the back again. Kennedy Beld pressing in a good spot right there. Judged to have won the ball using her hand.
Orioles free kick.
No score again here at Chan High School Stadium. 11 minutes to go in the half. Jessie Moss coming off her line. Right now it looks like St. Louis Park playing a 4-3-3. Their strategy seems pretty straightforward. When their defense and midfield win it, they're looking to spring long balls through. And some have found those gaps. That's good press by Annika Sather. She wins the ball. Free kick to the Orioles.
Free kick.
Again, long ball straight forward. Opportunity for the Orioles. Goes wide of the net. As I said, the Storm right now playing a pretty high line defensively. Orioles seem to have had some success counterattacking with long balls straight over the top or through. There's Dion showing some of that speed, wins the ball. Kennedy Beld on the ball now, using her strength.
Don't stop.
Leah Naples wins the ball forward again. And the Storm counterattack is stopped, fouled by
Storm
Beld.
foul, that's an Orioles free kick.
Bell does a nice job to keep possession of that throw-in. Naples with the overlapping run. Elizabeth Garrity defending on the play. Makes her play backwards. It's a nice turn by the Orioles midfield there. But Kennedy Bell, great press, wins the ball back for the Storm in a dangerous spot. Bell attempts to play in the central part of the field. And again, the Oriole defense snuffs that out, and they're looking to counter. Molly Puffett slides over from her spot in central defense to slow that down, but the Orioles are still in possession. Leah Naples wins the ball. I'm not sure about that. Free kick to St. Louis Park. Storm with a nice counterattack. They just can't get it together in the final third. Gellner wins that ball. Oh, that's a great touch by Reichert to Westerhouse. Now Westerhouse counters from her fullback position. She plays the ball forward to Dion, who's on her horse. And there was a slight miscommunication there. I think the St. Louis Park defender wanted her keeper to come get that one time. She did a nice job to block Dion out of the way of that ball and gave her keeper an opportunity to get it back after it slipped past. Naples first to that 50-50 ball, and now the Storm are in possession again. It's a great touch by Bell. Oh, and that's a good through ball. Gellner forward. She'll get to this ball. And unfortunately can't connect with her supporting teammate, Annika Sather in that case. And the Orioles will take a throw in. 3 new substitutions for St. Louis Park. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. Again, no score. It's a good press by Sather. That time not letting St. Louis Park spring the long ball out of the back. The Storm need more of that out of their attacking midfield. Slow those long balls down. Those blocks on those kinds of passes and shots just don't get enough credit. Storm win the ball back. St. Louis Park play back to their keeper. Attempt to place short out of the back. They can't connect. And the Storm take possession in the final third once again. And then get long ball out of the back by St. Louis Park. Grace Fogarty and Haley Von Renzel return to the game for the Storm. Leah Naples and Kennedy Bell get a break.
Number 20, Haley Von Renzel. And number 10, Grace Fogarty.
Fogarty drops further back into the midfield, it looks like. Von Renzel looks to be taking the 10 position. Garrity plays the ball forward. Gellner playing high up the field. And Fogarty attempts to win. Grace Reichert wins the ball, turns, makes a nice pass back to Edie Hammond on the ground. Can't connect on the through ball. Fogarty defending on the play now. Ollie Puffett defending. It's a Storm throw in. Handball, free kick to the Orioles. They play quickly. Gellner wins the header. Von Renzel the same. Grace Reichert pressing now. She does a great job to press, tracking back, attempts to win the ball. Referee gives the free kick.
Storm foul, it's an Orioles free kick.
That's a good step by Garrity. Von Renzel forward now. And Dion is on her horse. She's going to get to this. And the St. Louis Park keeper comes out. She appeared to attack that ball with her feet. I couldn't tell from here if she used her hands in any way, shape, or form, but Dion is down after getting to that ball and winning it first. Glad to see she is up and walking off the field. She has been a dangerous threat for the Storm. Storm been able to spring her on a number of occasions.
Stepping in for the Storm, number 16, Kennedy Bell.
Bell back into the game. 3 minutes to go in the half.
Let's go, come on.
Storm training are giving some attention to Dion on the sidelines. Good turn by St. Louis Park, and they're on the attack. Garrity tracks back, slows the play down. Westerhouse intercepts that attempted switch by the Orioles, but it's not out of danger yet. Throw into the Storm. Von Renzel attacking forward. Von Renzel still on the ball. That was a great counter attempt by the Storm. Still, I think the Storm would want a little bit more possession in the midfield in a game like this. Playing with a single attacker forward. Playing long balls into those four defenders for the Orioles has not proved all that effective for the Storm. Von Renzel pressing high now, but concedes the throw to St. Louis Park. Coming up on 1 minute to play in the half. Beld with a nice bit of work. And there's a shot. And that's a good save by the keeper. Grace Reichert with a nice shot from the corner of the 18. She got great power on that shot. The Orioles keeper tipped it over the bar. Corner kick for the Storm. Plenty of time. 30 seconds to go. But Gellner sets it up with some urgency. Oh, that's a good ball in. Storm cannot capitalize on that. Edie Hammond steps in the way of that. Orioles on the counter. And the half is going to end 0-0. Both teams with some good scoring opportunities. And you'd have to say it was a pretty even half of soccer, folks.
Half of play. St. Louis Park Orioles.
We'll see what Coach Clark has for the girls at halftime. Hopefully we can regroup and come out of the gates in the second half firing. Again, 0-0 at the half. All right, sports fans. We don't have much of a halftime show for you here. Halftime is 10 minutes. We're at the Chanhassen High School Stadium. Just want to give a special shout out to our producers for tonight, Ryan Summers and Owen Slindy. Ryan is a sophomore at Chanhassen High School. Owen is a junior, and together both Owen and Ryan have been live streaming various Chan sporting events from swim and dive to hockey. And so a special thanks to them, and a special thanks to Cullen Bond for the opportunity for me to do some play-by-play here for you tonight. Special for me, my oldest daughter, Leah, is a captain this year. And she has 3 younger sisters coming through the program. I wanted to mention a couple other siblings. Kaya Burrows is a sophomore member of the varsity team here. She's got a younger sister that'll come up through the program, but really we want to recognize the Westerhouse family. Colleen is the youngest of the Westerhouse crew, and as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, her older sisters both played in the Chan program. And for the existence of the program, Eric Krauscher, one of our local journalists who does a great job getting news out on local sports to the community, wrote a nice article on the Chan boys and girls soccer programs and noted that the Westerhouses have had a girls soccer player in the program for all but 1 year of the varsity program's existence. So that's pretty cool. Going back around the horn, getting back to the conference, your Chan Storm play in the Metro West Conference. The conference is made up of Chaska, Benilde St. Margaret's, Chanhassen, your Storm, Robbinsdale Cooper, Bloomington Jefferson, St. Louis Park, and Bloomington Kennedy. As I mentioned, Chaska sits atop the table right now. They're on 15 points with 5 wins and 1 loss. They do have a game in hand, or a couple of games in hand, to Benilde St. Margaret's. Benilde is 3-0. Undefeated, and Chaska's lone loss comes at the hands of Benilde St. Margaret's. Your Storm sits third in the table right now. They're 3-2. Their losses coming earlier this week to Robbinsdale Cooper, as I mentioned, a team that they beat 6-0 earlier in the year. Cooper came with a good plan and beat the Storm earlier this week 3-1. Chanhassen's other loss of the season comes at Benilde St. Margaret's after going up 1-0 in that game early. The Storm conceded a penalty kick to Benilde and ended up losing that game by a score of 2-1 despite pushing and pressing really hard for an equalizer in the second half of that game. So your Storm is 3-2 on the season. They sit on 9 points. Robbinsdale Cooper is in 4th place. They're 2-3-0. They sit on 6 points. Bloomington Jefferson and St. Louis Park are both sitting on 4 points in the table, and Bloomington Kennedy rounds things out. That is your Metro West Conference. Now, the rankings, state rankings for girls soccer right now in the state. The girls' top 10 in Class 2A, Edina leads things off with a 5-0 record. Centennial is second in the rankings. Rosemount third. Chaplin Park fourth. Stillwater is fifth. And the bottom half of the top 10 sees Lakeville North in sixth. White Bear Lake in seventh. Minnetonka with a 3-2 record sits at eighth. The Blaine girls 3-0-1 are ninth. And the Wayzata girls round out your top 10 rankings for 2A girls. Class 1A girls state rankings. Matamidi sits at the top of the table. They've only played 2 games, but they're first in the state at 1A with 2-0. Benilde St. Margaret's, who is the highest ranked team in the Metro West Conference. Benilde is part of the 1A section, class, and they are second in the state with a 4-0 record. Academy of Holy Angels is third. Totino Grace fourth. The Blake girls 3-1-1 are fifth. Visitation sixth. Orono is in 7th place in the table or in the state rankings. Rochester Lourdes is 8th. Cloquet Carleton 9th, and Hill Murray, my wife's alma mater, rounds out the top 10. All right, folks, we've only got a few minutes left. 3 minutes to go in the half. For those of you fans of professional soccer, a little news that has your U.S. women's national team members front and center, and some news that's not entirely great in the world of women's professional soccer right now. We've had a little bit of an exodus of some of our top talent from the United States to England. Sam Ewis and Rose Lavelle have defected from their National Women's Soccer League NWSL teams to Europe. They are now playing in England in the Women's Professional League, akin to the Premier League in England for Manchester City. Tobin Heath and Kristen Press have gone to Manchester United, and Alex Morgan just announced earlier this week that she is going to play for Tottenham Hotspur. These are huge names, folks, and not a great thing for the NWSL, but these national team players are suggesting that they need games. And right now the NWSL earlier in the year, for COVID-related reasons, announced that they were going to push back their fall season and abruptly turned around and put a smaller fall series in place of 4 games. Yet a number of these national team players have opted out of the season and have moved on to Europe. Our hope is that it's only a single season loss for the NWSL and that these women's national team players come back, but you can hardly blame them. They need games as they're getting prepared for the Olympics coming up this summer. In other local news, the Minnesota United, your fighting Loons, so to speak, of the MLS. I think Loons fans this year, folks, are pretty happy. Right now they sit third in the Western Conference table. Rounding out the Western Conference in MLS, Sporting Kansas City sits at the top of the table. The Seattle Sounders are just above the Loons by 1 point. And the Loons just fell to Sporting Kansas City on Sunday, 1-0. But Loons fans nonetheless have a lot to be happy about. They made it to the semifinals of the MLS's back tournament. And earlier, very recently, the Loons just announced that they just signed a designated player, Emmanuel Reynoso, who's 24 years old, from Boca Juniors in Argentina. So Loons fans, I think you got to be pretty happy about the way the season has gone. And getting back to the high school scene, we've got 1 minute to go in halftime here, folks. Again, 0-0, and let's hope the Storm can come out fired up. We'll see what happens. 1 minute to go, and we'll get back to play. All right, welcome back, Storm fans. Here we go, 40 more minutes. And the Storm will kick things off. Storm have 2 more home games coming up on the season. Both will be live streamed. To start the second half, Grace Reichert starts at the flank. She's playing in front of Colleen Westerhouse, who just defended on that play. Orioles throw in. From what I can tell, the Storm come out in the same formation, 4-2-3-1. Storm throw in. Westerhouse to take. Looks like Naples and Fogarty are dropping back in the defensive midfield. Haley Von Renzel on the ball, does a nice job to keep it, plays back to her supporting defender, Molly Puffett. Puffett switches it to Garrity, and the Storm look to keep possession. Moss with the ball at her feet. Plays Garrity, plenty of time on the ball. And there's a turnover. The Orioles win it back in midfield. And now they attempt to keep. Reichert pressing there and hustling to be a pest. Reichert with great hustle. Good intensity to start the second half. That's great to see from the Storm. Naples wins forward to win a good ball there. Bell attempts to hold the ball up, and it'll be a Storm throw-in. The Storm first to the ball in the first minute of the half here. Beld attempts to flick the ball on for Von Renzel, but that's a good through ball by the Orioles, and they're on the counter. And Westerhouse clears after Molly Puffett defends on the play. Von Renzel on the ball. She can't connect with Fogarty in the midfield. Again, played long by the Orioles. Great header by Westerhouse. And it's a Storm throw-in. Westerhouse to take. And Kennedy Beld attempts to control. The Orioles get a throw in. Naples steps. And the Storm win it back. That's a long throw by Westerhouse, looking for Naples on the run. Colleen attempting to find her overlapping fullback there. Again, just can't quite connect in the final third. Fogarty controls, play a supporting pass back. That's a handball. The referee gives it. Will the Storm play quickly?
Oriole foul, that's a Storm free kick.
Westerhouse will let her team get set. And that's a good ball in. Fogarty attempts to get on the end of that.
That's an Orioles goal kick.
Looks like the Storm front four setting up pretty high. Again, Beld playing the 9. Von Renzel playing the 10 behind her. Fogarty and Naples playing in the defensive midfield spots. That's Annika Sather on the ball. That's another Storm free kick. Fogarty does a nice job to win that ball there. It's a good switch. Westerhouse in possession. She attempts to curve a ball in. Nothing doing. It's a good thought, though, by the Storm. They had 3 players streaming in. Westerhouse just couldn't quite get enough bend on that cross. And again, the Orioles play the ball long at every opportunity, it seems. Storm midfield and their front 3 have got to be keen to that. Not allow those long balls to get through if possible. Fogarty wins Reichert wins a header. Kennedy Beld uses her strength, and she's won a throw in. Storm on the counter now. So Coach Clark mixing it up just a little bit. Naples with an attempt. Her shot is saved. Annika Sather and Grace Reichert are playing the attacking wings. Beld, the striking number 9. Von Renzel, the 10. Westerhouse defending on this play. And she'll take the throw. And there's a attempted through ball by Von Renzel. Orioles in possession in the corner. But Reichert wins the ball back and plays the ball through.
That's an Orioles goal kick.
It's good work by Grace Reichert down in the corner to win that ball. Von Renzel attempting to get on the end of it. Looks like the Orioles have adopted a similar system right now. Naples with a good ball back to Garrity, but can't reconnect after that play. Elizabeth plays back to Jesse Moss. Moss with the long ball forward out of her box. Now Fogarty on the counter. Grace in possession. She finds Beld. Kennedy Beld And again, Puffett does a nice job. Let's that ball run. Storm in possession with the throw. Again, Storm just can't quite put it all together in the final third. And at every opportunity, St. Louis Park is going to play along. And there's another one. You could hear a coach on the sideline yelling, big, big. The strategy's pretty clear. Moss. Distribution, not what you wanted there, but the Storm remain in possession. Lack of communication all the way around, but Storm retained possession here. Now a throw in. Von Renzel plays quickly. Naples on the ball. Oh, Leah. She was looking to make one more touch on the ball. Hoping to pull the trigger. 50-50 ball in the midfield. Storm come out with it. That's Westerhouse on the ball. Now Puffett. Storm just can't connect. All right, we're almost 9 minutes into the half. Still 0-0. St. Louis Park making two substitutions. That's Reichert defending. That's a great win back by her. Von Renzel attempts to find her in the through ball. That could be dangerous. Sather on the ball. There's Gellner. And it's going to be a goal kick to the Orioles.
It's an Orioles goal kick.
Again, Orioles play short. Storm look to press. Reichert moves forward, and they win the ball back. The Orioles credit on their goal kicks. They are trying to play out of the back. Having a little trouble connecting. Storm press doing its job. The girls have been unable to capitalize so far. Von Renzel gets the ball on the ground. Still in possession, Haley Von Renzel. Plays a square ball to Sather. And nothing doing. Train coming, sports fans. Literally. Freight train. And Kennedy Bell has won a free kick in a dangerous spot.
Orioles foul. That's a Storm free kick.
Garraby is going to come forward and take this. Looks like Westerhouse is going to have a conversation with her. Colleen feels good about it. Again, Westerhouse leading the Storm on the season. She's got 4 goals from that right fullback spot. Colleen looking to get this on frame. That's a good shot. Sather there for the follow, and it's Annika Sather on the rebound. The Storm take a 1-0 lead. Kennedy Bell wins a free kick in a dangerous spot of the field. Westerhouse comes forward, rips a shot to the keeper's near post. The rebound falls nicely to Annika Sather, and she buries it. That's Sather's 3rd goal of the season for the senior midfielder.
Scoring for the Storm, number 6, Annika Sather.
That is great to see from Sather. Right place at the right time. Taking full advantage of that opportunity given up by the St. Louis Park goalkeeper. You'd have to say it was a good shot by Westerhouse. And just enough dip on that shot from Westerhouse.
Subbing in for the Storm, number 5, Dion Rakotomalala.
Substitution for the Storm, Dion Rakotomalala replaces Beld. Here's an opportunity for St. Louis Park. It's great to see Dion back on the field. She went off after a collision with the St. Louis Park goalkeeper late in the first half. Potentially a questionable play. Nonetheless, she is back on. She takes up the striker position. And after the goal, St. Louis Park pressing forward. Good scoring opportunity for them goes awry. They send 3 more substitutes onto the field. Can't say it's been a lopsided affair one way or the other. St. Louis Park substitutes look to bring fresh legs into the mix. Naples steps forward there to win the ball in the midfield. Gellner intercepts that through ball. She looks to get forward there. Might be a dangerous spot to make that overlapping run with 2 Oriole defenders pressing there, but nonetheless, the Storm get the throw in. Again, long ball from the defender. Garraby defending on the play. She makes a nice pass to Reichert. Oh, Grace just can't quite get the turn there in the midfield. Puffett comes over. And again, the Orioles playing in the Storm half of the field since that goal. Naples making it difficult in the midfield. Westerhouse defending. That's better from the Storm. Ball's on the ground. That's a great through ball. Reichert will get to that. She plays square to Von Renzel. Von Renzel looking for Dion on a great through ball. That's a great idea.
Orioles goal kick.
It was a good bit of combo play. Reichert to Von Renzel. Fogarty coming forward, winning that ball. I think that was quite what she had in mind. Reichert nonetheless pressing on the play. Dion on the ball now. Fogarty back in possession. She plays short to Naples. Naples with a good turn. Slows the ball down. Storm in possession. Puffett plays to feet there. That's a good ball forward to Reichert. And that's a great overlapping run by Westerhouse. Still in possession. Oh, and that's unlucky. That's better by the Storm. Good combo play.
That's an Orioles goal kick.
Again, the Storm goal coming off of a set play. I think well deserved for them in the second half with the way this game has gone. Naples with a good crossing switch with that play. You'd have to say from open play, the chance that Beld had in the first half notwithstanding, Storm just have not generated enough in the final third of the field from open play yet. Moss plays the ball. That's a turnover in the midfield, but the Storm get away with it. Sather with a nice bit of work there to keep possession of the ball. Fogarty with the overlap on the far side of the field. And she's won a corner. That is good work by Sather
That's a
and
Storm
Fogarty.
corner kick.
And the Storm sideline is up. The Storm have had some success on corner kicks this year. Would love to see Westerhouse get her head on this. Gellner's last corner was pretty dangerous at the end of the second half. This is another good ball in. Reichert stands far post. The Storm still retain possession. Now that ball's away. St. Louis Park has the throw. There's 23 minutes left in the half. 1-0 Storm. Von Renzel wins possession of the ball in a dangerous spot, and that's a good shot. And again, that is a great block by the central defense at St. Louis Park. Again, you can't say enough of those blocks on both sides of the ball.
Nora Thiel.
It's as good as a save when those defenders step in front of those shots. Reichert getting a sub. Into the game, Nora Thiel, senior for the Storm. Good to see Nora on the pitch. Nora has struggled from ankle problems this year. She was injured in the opening game of the season against Robbinsdale Cooper. Has been somewhat limited by the ankle. Great to see her out there. And there's Thiel on the ball. And that's away by the Orioles. That's good defending by Westerhouse. Enough to keep possession of that ball, win the throw in. Dion on the ball. Thiel now. Thiel with a great cross to Haley Von Renzel. And Thiel with some immediate contributions getting on the pitch. That's a good ball in. Von Renzel did well to get that ball at her feet. Oriole defense just collapsed on her. Again, the Storms have turned the tide after those first few minutes after the goal. St. Louis Park seemed to be on the attack. I have to say, the Storm have taken this game back. Last several minutes, the Storm easily on the front foot. Von Renzel with a nice bit of skill. And that's a good ball in. Dion with a great ball back. Naples keeps possession. Good ball to Westerhouse. Colleen with a great move down the sideline. She gets a dangerous ball in. Nora Thiel defending on the play. The Orioles look to counter. Naples with the ball at her feet. Don't know how the referee let that play go on. No advantage there. Seemed like an arm tackle on Naples. She's okay. She's asking the referee what he saw. Not sure what his response was. Fogarty with a nice job winning that ball in the midfield. And Fogarty on the ball. Now it's Dion. Substitution for the Storm.
Subbing in for the Storm, number 15.
Edie Hammond replaces
Edie
Leah
Hammond.
Naples. As I said, your senior captains this year for the Storm. Leah is one. Colleen Westerhouse is the other. Taryn Gellner is the other. That's a Storm throw-in. If we're honest, there was some question at the beginning of the year whether the season would even happen for these girls. The Minnesota State High School League voting to allow girls and boys soccer to go forward, which we couldn't be more thankful for. Nora Thiel again getting the ball in a dangerous position, taking a quick throw into Dion. That's a good drop to Edie Hammond. And Nora Thiel's on the ball again. There's Von Renzel. That is good work by the Storm again.
That's an Orioles goal kick.
Good opportunity for the Storm. Storm pressing on this right side. Fogarty again with some good work in the midfield there. Grace normally occupying a more attacking position on the field. Stepping into more of a central defensive midfield role. Dion playing a high number 9. Haley Von Renzel falling into the 10. Haley lets that ball ride. And here's Sather on the ball. She does a nice touch. Fogarty looks to be dangerous here. Grace cuts the ball back on her left foot with a good shot. She tests the employees near post.
It's a Storm
Fogarty with a
kick.
great cutback. Puts the ball on her left foot. St. Louis Park keeper got a finger on that. Not sure it was on frame, but we'll take the corner nonetheless. Gellner plays the ball in. Still not out of harm's way. Westerhouse with a header. Fogarty attempts the volley. And now the Orioles get the ball away. Referee gives a foul. The Orioles get a chance to get a breath, get it out of their half. Say they're pressing there. Von Renzel now. And here's Dion. Let's see if the Storm are going to continue to press. Dion going straight forward. And she tracks back to win the ball. That's great work by Dion at the number 9. Hammond finds Von Renzel. And Haley takes a shot. You don't mind that effort. Did a good job controlling the ball. Got a look, and I'll take that all day from Haley. Storm can't get complacent now. Orioles on the attack. And that ball falls harmlessly to Moss, who hasn't had a ton to do this second half. 15 minutes to go. That ball. Theo gets the ball under control in the midfield, plays it back to her support. And now Westerhouse is on the ball. Just a little tight confines to connect in that space. But Theo wins the ball back. Plays the ball to Von Renzel, who has a great touch to Dion, who's going to get a shot off here, and that is a great effort. That's great combo play between Theo, Von Renzel, and Dion. And that is a good effort by her.
Stepping in for the Storm, number 7, Leah Naples.
Naples gives Von Renzel a breather. And it looks like Naples is going to move into that attacking midfield role at the number 10. And Leah's in the mix right away.
Let's go!
We got to communicate there. Oh, and that's a wanting touch by the Storm. Away, got to get that away. Molly Puffett does just that after a good save by Jessie Moss. That was a dangerous opportunity. Moss makes a nice save, and Molly Puffett comes in to clean it up, and the referee gives a free kick to the Orioles in the midfield. That was a dangerous opportunity from the Orioles. Good save by Moss. Good tracking back by Puffett to get that ball away. Dangerous nonetheless. And now a set play for the Orioles. Orioles sending extra players forward on this set play. 13 minutes to go in the half. That's a long ball in. Jesse Moss calls for it, comes and gets that away. Leah Naples on the ball. She does her job. Now Fogarty, the counterattack is on for the Storm. And that ball is just out of Nora Thiel's reach. The Orioles do the Storm a favor there by substituting on that play. St. Louis Park looked to take a quick throw there, but the Storm now have an opportunity to regroup after that counter went awry. Edie Hammond wins the ball in the midfield. Now Naples and Hammond. I think the referee let that go. I think Naples may have fouled Hammond on that play. I'm pretty sure they're good friends, but they may have a word with one another about that one after the game. And that's a good win by the Orioles in the midfield. And Hammond gives away a foul on that play.
Storm foul, it's an Orioles free kick.
I like the aggressive play, but I don't know that you need to give away that foul there. Again, this is in a dangerous spot. Frankly, the Storm have 3 in the wall here. I think I'd put an extra player back defending. Not much of a threat from where she's at here. It's the second ball you worry about. Jesse Moss does a nice job, takes that ball out of the air, and the threat is gone. Moss plays short, gives the ball to Garraby. Elizabeth with the ball under control, plays it forward. And a mistake by the Orioles allows Dion to get the ball on the counter. She does a nice job to cut the ball back. Storm in good possession in the midfield now. Fogarty on the ball. Sather wants it. She gets it. She's on sides, but just can't get a touch on that ball. I think she wanted it just a second earlier. Still, that's a good opportunity for the Storm, and they let that go. Again, 1-0. Storm lead on an Annika Sather goal that came off of a set play. Free kick from Colleen Westerhouse. Near post shot, saved by the St. Louis Park keeper. The rebound given up, and Sather was there to pounce on it. 1-0 to the Storm. Storm throw-in, near side of the field. Westerhouse with the throw. The Storm will do it again. It's a good ball in. Naples shields the defender from the play. Dion can't quite get connection on the ball. Sather on the ball now. She wants Gellner to make the run. She does. Gellner wins the ball. Just can't quite pull the ball back.
That's an Orioles goal kick.
Gellner under a bit of pressure there. Just couldn't quite pull that ball back to the 6.
Subbing in for the Storm, number 20, Haley Von Renzel. And number 12, Grace Reichert.
Grace Reichert and Haley Von Renzel come back in the game at the attacking wing positions, replacing Annika Sather, your goal scorer, and Nora Thiel. Thiel and Sather put in a good shift that last round. Both were dangerous on the wing for the Storm. Nine minutes to go. Orioles are looking to counterattack. Moss is well off her line right now. Puffett right now. Great interception by her. But not out of harm's way yet. Hammond can't quite win the ball. It's a Another Storm turnover after winning that ball back. That's a good shot. Moss saw it all the way. I mean, that shot was from 30 yards. In the end, a pretty comfortable save for Moss. But a good hold nonetheless for her. No rebound there. She plays the ball long. Naples, good ball on the ground to Haley Von Renzel. Haley looks to take her. Good defending. But the Orioles aren't out of trouble yet. The Storm pressing high in the field now. Haley Von Renzel with a good bit of defending. But that's a good ball out by the Orioles. And they're on the counter once again. This game's wide open now, folks. Jessie Moss is going to play this out of harm's way. Concedes the throw-in. There was a ton of space in the middle part of the field. Storm still pressing high with a 1-goal lead. They're not going to change up their game plan now, but there was a lot of space in the midfield. Now there's even more space. Naples plays a good ball through to Dion. She is on her horse. Grace Fogarty wins that header. Now Naples on the ball. Leah Naples sends the ball forward for Von Renzel. It's a good ball forward. Von Renzel. Oh, Leah just needed one extra touch to get through that defender, but that's good defending. And now again the counter is on for the Orioles. That's a long ball forward. Again, Jessie Moss on the ball. She'll dribble back into her box and pick it up with her hands, and that's exactly what she's going to do. That's a smart heads-up play by Jessie Moss. Long ball forward. Dion on the ball.
You can do that? You can bring it back in. Okay. We weren't sure.
And Kennedy Bell back in the game.
For the Storm, number 16, Kennedy Bell.
Again, great seeing Dion back out on the field, having not played since the first game of the season. Bell's fresh legs. She's an absolute workhorse for the Storm. Plays so hard at that number 9. She's going to continue pressing. She goes to the ball. Forces a turnover. Gellner does a nice job stepping forward, but just can't quite connect with Reichert on the far side of the field. And Grace was in space there. Naples pressing forward in the middle. And that's where the throw is headed. Again, the Storm can't quite connect in the final third. Edie Hammond defending. And the Orioles win the ball. And here goes Moss. Those long balls through aren't effective if they're going to go right to our keeper. We'll take that all day right now. 5 minutes to go in the game. Throw into the Storm. Naples checks back for the throw. She gets the ball at her feet, plays to Reichert. And that's good work. Naples ball at her feet, switches it to Von Renzel. See if the Storm can get their shape defensively here. They do. Westerhouse steps forward, plays a good one-touch pass forward, but again, St. Louis Park defense is up to the task. Naples does a nice job winning the ball there. That's great work. Naples to Von Renzel to Westerhouse. Now forward to Beld. Beld is in possession. She plays it in the middle. Another rebound given up there. Boy, that rebound went right to the central defender who had a little touch back to the keeper. Could have been a similar situation to what the Storm faced in the first half. An indirect free kick for a pass back to the goalkeeper. Referee lets it go. Now the Orioles again in possession in midfield, but there's Naples once again to shut it down. She plays the ball forward to Reichert. Grace one-on-one on the wing, and she burns her defender. She attempts to do it again and is shut down, but Hammond on the ball now, plays forward. Can't connect with Beld. Gellner getting forward. She's tracking back now. Hammond tracks back nicely to win that ball.
Come on. Let's go.
And Beld in the open field. She's going to get to this ball. Almost gets to the ball. Now Fogarty with it. Oh, and that's a good bit of skill from Grace Fogarty. She attempts a 1-2 with Beld. And that's a handball. The referee's got to give that. Does not in that case. Puffett plays a nice ball back to Jessie Moss in control. Elizabeth Garraby in possession. That's a smart heads-up play. St. Louis Park pressing high up the field on that. Garraby plays it safe. Gets it out of harm's way. Edie Hammond defending on this play. And that's a great defensive step by Molly Puffett. Hammond wins the ball with her head in the midfield. That's a good win. Gellner with a good bit of defending. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. St. Louis Park makes another switch. At this point, I think the Storm's got to be looking at the clock. Perhaps keep an extra defender back in the middle part of the field. Bell defending on the play. Westerhouse and Gellner going forward. Westerhouse now taking a look at the clock and falling back into a more defensive position. Makes perfect sense to me. Beld on the ball, looks to find Von Renzel. Haley 2-on-1 right now. Haley wins the ball! Oh, that's a great win by Haley Von Renzel. Took a nice shot, but the keeper was up to the task. That's a good save. And that is great work by Westerhouse. Not sure she didn't deserve to get a penalty call there. Again, Garraby plays safe. There's 1 minute to go in the game. Westerhouse shakes that off. I don't know how the referee lets that go.
1 minute left in the second half.
Von Renzel wins the ball. She attempts to find Beld. And Kennedy Beld, great bit of skill to win that ball. And it'll be a throw into the Storm. Storm in possession at midfield. There's 45 seconds to go in the game. Would love to get the ball down to the corner flag and just put your foot on it now if you're if the Storm. No need to get tricky with the ball. That is a good switch by Hammond. That is a great ball. Reichert in possession. Get to the corner. And she does. No need to center there. Fogarty attempts to be dangerous. There's now 10 seconds to go. It'll be a Storm throw. And folks, the Storm are going to win this game 1-0. The clock clicks down to nothing. This is a good win for the Storm. You'd have to say well-deserved win. The Storm were on the front foot for almost the entire second half of the game. Well-deserved 3 points for the Storm, and they go to 4-2 on the season. The Storm's upcoming games, folks, next Monday the 21st at Bloomington Kennedy. Then against crosstown rivals Chaska away, September 24th. They round out the regular season in the Metro West against Bloomington Jefferson, Benilde St. Margaret's, and St. Louis Park. Again, special thanks to Ryan Summers and Owen Slindy for the streaming, and we hope that all you friends and family out there listening in on the game enjoyed the broadcast. Thanks so much.